So let's start off today with an Asmongold video.
Whenever studios promise up and down that they are going to faithfully reimagine or remaster or remake something, know that they're probably not.
No, they're not. I can't even think of, oh yeah, maybe the remastered Demon Souls from FromSoft. As maybe the one example where they didn't mess with anything.
Not going to, and unfortunately with the Gothic remake, this is exactly what they were doing, and now we are seeing that they are censoring and uglifying the females in this type.
There are traits that make male and female characters appealing, and male characters they don't touch, but female characters, they make them less attractive. No one wants to watch an ugly female character for an entire game. It's a downgrade.
Oh god.
I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, this was actually a remake.
It's embarrassing they do this shit, bro. It's crazy.
Like a lot of other people, I love Gothic, and unfortunately, this.
I have never played Gothic. Say. They brought all the old Gothics back before they released the remaster or reimagining.
This is also
I'm gonna be honest, I played the game. The game played like shit. I'm just gonna be real.
When did it come out? Yeah, it came out in 2001, so a very long time ago. Besides, don't take Asmongold to play like shit thing, because this is an RPG. The key part is the story, the atmosphere. The gameplay is secondary, and Asmongold doesn't realize that. But I missed out on these Gothics. I was busy playing some other game at the time.
Like shit. Like, you can say that, oh, the old one played like shit. That's fine. I don't want to play the old one either. But it did play like shit.
Through a bit of development hell, so I was definitely cautiously optimistic. But everywhere on the marketing material for this game, on their web page, over on the Steam page, they swear up and down that it's going to be faithful. Return to the Valley of the Mines.
Lying.
In this faithful remake.
Lying as always.
Defining open world RPG. Explore a handcrafted, organic open world that reacts dynamically to your actions.
Yeah, see, none of the selling points of RPG gameplay. It's a much smaller component than it is for other games.
Whether you're a seasoned Gothic vet or if this is your first time being thrown into the colony, you're in for a true RPG experience with unrestricted exploration.
What's sad is that it looks so good. Like, visually, it looks great. I love the way it looks.
No other. So hearing that it's going to be a dynamic living world, that it's going to be faithful, all of these things sounded.
Yes, it's no point saying you're going to be faithful if then you're unfaithful with the female characters. It just, if you've changed that, what else have you changed?
Extremely positive.
Everybody wants this.
Actually see what they have done with it. And over the years, we have seen a lot of remakes and reboots and just a lot of new games in general uglify women, censor content.
Yeah, I don't want to play a game with women like this. No. Play Stellar Blades again.
And tone things down, which is so sad because while I don't think every single character in every single game needs to be a 10 out of 10 bombshell, I do think that there are certain series where the characters...
Nobody wants to look like this. This is a guy. This looks like an...
Yes. Honestly, this... If there wasn't the woman here and you just showed this image... It wouldn't be certain it's men. You'd say it's probably a woman, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't want characters whose sexuality is ambiguous like this.
Ugly guy that's dressed up like a woman. That's what it looks like. It's obvious. what the fact is that women want to have choices. They want to choose whether they want to look like a knight in shining armor or they want to look like a slut. They want to have the options. So just give people the options, but they're taking them away.
Should look very pretty.
So,
They should be like the peak of humanity, right? You don't expect a 600-pound land whale to be flying around as the next Superman. You don't expect a 450-pound they-them to be the next Tomb Raider and the next Lara Croft replacement.
They're the boulder that she's running away from.
And
yes, this could be the boulder in a game I play, as long as there's other attractive females. And no, I don't even want statues looking like this.
you don't expect, I don't know, Littlefoot from the Land Before Time to be a female.
Oh, you could put hair on her and make her a Bigfoot. Yes, I'd accept that. So hairy that you can't see anything. All these features are hidden. Yep, that's fine.
In the Gothic remake.
Oh,
this
God.
is so sad to me. I'm so sick and tired of games with very unique, dark aesthetics being censored and being scaled back, and them trying to make them more.
The reason why is that there's a bunch of like weird, ugly, fat, middle-aged feminists that work at these companies, and they make the characters unattractive.
Hired for diversity's sake, although they do nothing but sabotage the company. Not necessarily on purpose, but that's what they do.
Because they hate the fact that they're not young anymore. That's the reason why. They hate attractive women because it makes them feel insecure, and they also hate men because men don't treat them the way that they think they deserve to be treated. That's the reason why. You have an army of swamp hags that are in these video game companies that are ruining your video games to make themselves feel better about being fat.
Marketable, like if you're not going
It's true. I don't disagree at all.
to do the original game justice, there is no point to remake it because you're just going to piss off the existing fan base and you're going to lose out on sales. You're just putting money into a game that's not going to make it back. Now, if you don't know, THQ...
No, I think a lot of executive greenlight this, thinking, oh, it's there'll be nostalgia or whatever. They don't realize that this is going to happen, and their remake is not going to make the money they think it is.
Nordic is the publisher of this game, and THQ Nordic was actually one of Embracer's first largest acquisitions in the video game industry. They acquired THQ Nordic back in 2014, and so unfortunately, I do think that Embracer Group is one of the reasons why this has happened. Sure,
I don't think that's really necessarily true. I think that
activists have infiltrated across the entire industry, and that's because you have an entire generation of ultra woke college graduates that have gotten hired and then hired more of themselves, and it basically decimated Western gaming industry.
The fact is that companies get infected with these people, and then once it starts, it just gets worse over time.
Yeah, that's why I was so upset when Silk Song showed sign that it's been infected.
It just gets worse and worse and worse over time until people just totally lose their fucking minds. Until they destroy the company and they destroy the games. Like, they're like a cancer.
Yeah. Team Cherry has the cancer now.
What the fuck is this? It's like
lagging. There are also developers who made this decision and
corporate
following
cancer.
social trends. But I do also think that Embracer is a big reason why this is happening. And it's just so sad because the types of people that they are trying to appeal to are not going to show up and consume this content. I mean,
well, that's because none of the people actually want to be that person. Like,
this isn't appealing to anyone except an activist who... it validates their worldview, but it's not on an individual level. No one's attracted to this.
You're not actually appealing to anyone by making characters that look like this. It's a total fake thing that's invented by people that are always performing for an invisible audience. The fact is that nobody wants to look like this. Nobody wants to dress like this. If you tell somebody that she looks like this girl, she's going to block you. So the fact is that
No, but some people like it in that it's just like put a trans flag somewhere or a LGBT flag somewhere. It feels like they're forcing their worldview on the wicked gamers. Some people get satisfaction out of this. although they don't play the game.
Nobody wants to be like this person. Nobody wants to have anything to do with this. And so you're basically changing the game in order to make an activist happy on Twitter that has no vested interest.
You said it there, to make an activist happy. That's the reason, only reason this is there.
And whether your game is successful or not. And this is what happens. Yeah, as a man, I play a girl because they're hot. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, like, this is it. Nobody wants to be ugly. Yeah, exactly.
No one wants to stare at something ugly for hours. Even this video being paused here is forcing me to stare at this for what, nearly over 10 minutes now? I'm a little bit upset about that.
You can see there were
So
some
laggy.
absolutely sexy women in the original. There were some really like seductive look.
What's this? Oh.
Outfits. The females showed a lot of skin, and they also looked really pretty. Yeah, they were also lower quality, but at the same time, they were supposed to be pretty looking
higher
characters.
quality
So you would
outfits.
expect that.
They were as pretty as they could make for the graphics of the time. It's just like the first Lara Croft. Yeah, she was very voluminous, but she was just polygons. Well, it wasn't a 2B situation there with the first Lara Croft.
To carry over into the remake, and these outfits, these women.
Well, apparently they're like sex slaves or something like that. So it makes sense that they're going to be attractive and dressed in like scantily clad clothes. I mean, this is it.
How does he know that?
The thing is that, and if you have a problem with that, go back to elementary school. Go play Animal Crossing.
Heavily censored, have been uglified, and now there is a monumental
Jesus
amount of
Christ.
backlash surrounding this game because
Hey, devs, why did you censor the female characters?
people are upset, people are disappointed, people are angry, and rightfully so. When you go into a remake that they were claiming,
Let's see if it's this bad still.
Seriously, what's wrong with having hot pixel women?
I don't know if I can find it. Where the fuck did it go?
Oh, that one, the best one. Why replace women with men?
And where is it? Gothic one.
Yes, because in one of the three images, it was just three dudes at the place where that woman was. So they just replaced her entirely.
Remake, Steam.
So either ugly women or dudes.
So if you pull this up and you look at the community, right? The community hub, these people are malding out about this. Yeah, there it is.
You have teenagers that bought these games, and the teenagers are incredibly horny, and they definitely jerked off to these low-resolution pixelated women, and you're taking away the nostalgia factor by replacing them with men or ugly women.
This again, I don't know what this is. Don't like it, don't buy it. Okay. Pretty simple.
That's exactly what's going to happen. But you have right to millions of dollars were spent remaking game you love, and they create shit. You have a right to be angry.
To do. Why is the developer so selective when listening to feedback? There's another one, constructive feedback. Another one, house is a thing. Boycott, woke, DEI, uglification of females. Yeah, people are losing their...
Oh yeah, that's an absolute 100% boycott from me. Any game, ugly females, skip.
Fucking mind. People are very, very mad about this. I think they should be too. It's weird.
up and down was going to be faithful.
You
don't expect it to be butchered. Now, I have seen some people post on...
and they've killed the game. Like, I don't know if this is really going to kill the game, but this is definitely, like, very negative marketing.
It's probably, it was a niche game to begin with, and if you don't have the existing community, the existing fans pushing and saying, oh, try it's going to hurt sales terribly. If the original fans are saying, don't buy this, why would new fans buy it?
Like, it certainly doesn't hurt. It certainly doesn't help. Like, making characters look like that will absolutely attract more negative attention than positive attention. And again,
right now in the current situation, if it had been like 4 or 5 years ago, if it's just one game, like if it was just one game that did ugly female characters, people would say, oh, the devs just did a bad job in this case. It wouldn't be a big thing. But so many games have done it that there's now a visceral reaction to having ugly female characters in games. And gamers will automatically, like I said, boycott because we see the pattern. And so this late in the game, like the backlash against woke games, like began 2 and 3 years ago. You're in the terminal phase where gamers are just rabidly opposed to it. So the sales for this will not be great.
I enjoy being part of that negative consequence. I do. I hate the people.
So do I, though my impact might be significantly less than yours, Esmond.
That do this, and you know, again, if I can add to the amount of negative discourse about it, I will always do it. And so hopefully that's what's going to happen.
I'm doing my small part too.
They're not going to change it either, because they're stuck now where they can't capitulate to people like me. They can't capitulate to the internet, because if they do that, then
they can capitulate. I give the example, Sonic, the movie. All the other movies were never listened to fan backlash. Sonic did. They decided to listen to, and the fans rewarded them for it. If Gothic devs right now brought back the female characters, stunningly beautiful, that would have the Sonic effect. It would boost sales, and the game launch of the remake would be a success.
It's going to be seen as them, you know, agreeing with like the bad people in video games.
That's what a lot of people in Hollywood said when Sonic listened to the feedback and changed the horrible, horrible, nightmarish Sonic model they had at the beginning. A lot of people in Hollywood were saying that's catering to the fans. They were upset. People would be upset with Gothic too if they did that, but the game would be a success.
So they've effectively poisoned their game with no way of getting out of it.
No, he's wrong there. There is a way to get out. It's a Sonic way to get out. I doubt they'll do it, but I'm just going to point out that there is a way to get out of it.
Moving
What's going to happen?
From the Steam community discussions tab/forums. I haven't seen any that I've opened yet being removed, but I will be keeping a close eye on it over the next couple of days, and I will update you guys in another video if this is the case. But here are just some of the posts being made.
Just checking that, and they haven't removed, or at least there's tons of comments about it still. So
the bad people are
devs,
majority.
Why did you censor the female characters? I thought this was supposed to be a faithful remake, so why did you censor the revealing
fair question, and I wonder if they're going to respond.
outfits from the female characters that were present in the original? And I'm really curious to see.
I mean, the game's name is Gothic. It's supposed to be decadent. You're supposed to have sexually degenerate characters. Really, Gothic girls in the game. If you just why
if the story
just look at that. That's not Gothic. How is that Gothic? That's peasant. That's peasant, not Gothic.
We're also talking about a game that I always had some worries about because of the localization. If you don't know, when
they removed the Gothic from Gothic
originally released, it was kind of
the dwarves, Scottish
for
people
its
with
like
drinking
inaccurate
problems.
localization. I was hoping that they were going to do a better job, but at the same time,
so if you go by stereotypes, you know, they think the orcs are black people, the dwarves are Scottish people, the elves are maybe Asian.
Oh yeah, that thing of saying orcs are black people. Oh, that's Dungeon and Dragon community right now. It's a complete mess. But even though I'm probably never going to play this Gothic, it's worth being annoyed about them doing it to yet another game. They're just so tired of it.
I don't know. And the goblins are...
It's 2025.
Who are the goblins, Asmongold? They're Jewish.
Can't really expect...
Or at least they were in Harry Potter.
Developers to put a lot of work and time into the games they're actually working on because they generally don't care. But I still am so sad to see that now.
That's not true. There's even a copy of Dragon Human mixed with Goblin breaking the barrier thing. Oh, I just saying these are the stereotypes the woke people say that's what they say. Orcs are black. It's completely not true. It's complete nonsense. But they have to see everything through the lens of racial politics. It must be so tiresome to live that way.
Now we're truly finding out just how bad this is going to be. Took it off my wish list. Female characters look modernized, androgynous, and sterilized. This is a telltale sign the devs don't take the source of the original seriously and have no authenticity. These women are supposed to be dressed like that. They were sex slaves and servants, so yeah.
I think there's a pretty good chance that the sex slave element is going to get removed or
oh yeah, of course,
censored or in one way or another recalibrated. I think there is a very high probability.
It's not a high probability, Esmond. Look, that's not sex slave.
Modern
sensitivity quotas, inclusion systems, and then they are now because this person was added into the company because they're a minority or a protected group. Now it's hard to get rid of them because of that same reason, because they're a minority or a protected group. And so they're effectively like you've just infected your company with a retard like this that's trying to add in a bunch of bullshit into these games. That's what happens. It's retards hiring other retards. Exactly.
Gothic was not a moral game. It was not safe. It was brutal, misogynistic, immoral, and sexualized. And that's exactly how it was supposed to be. It's always
You're not going to get a new game like that made by a big company that's Western. If you want a game that has any sort of like credibility, you either have to find an indie game or you have to find a game that's made completely outside of the scope of like Western influence.
Like China, like Black Myth Wukong, or all the games coming out of China or Korea. And so indie games like Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, the main Western studios have fallen.
All Western games are poisoned by this dialogue.
Funny that there are individuals online who say, you guys aren't intellectuals,
chain reaction.
You can't handle mature themes. But when it comes time for mature themes they don't like to be depicted in a game, oh my gosh, then it's time to censor. Gothic 1 remake game got modernized. RIP. Chuds really can't have shit in this world. Took it off my wish list. Big skip. Thalia is
it's trans now. It's
trans now.
I'm glad to see so many people putting pressure on them doing this. I think that it should be more. The more people that do this,
it's supposed to be an escapist fantasy. Why are you modernizing it?
And the more people that are hostile about it, the more other companies in the future will be afraid of doing it, which is the goal.
God, some of these characters, just look.
So you gotta do
absolutely.
Yes, isn't that a jump scare? Like when she scrolled down to this, I was like, it's sad.
Horrendous, and it sucks. Any game that does this, you can assume to be garbage. While there are exceptions, this is the rule. Fire them all.
Say no,
if they're indeed talented, they'll land on their feet. This shit looks like the quest in The Witcher 3, where Geralt and the boys dress up as sorceresses on a drunken binge. That is so...
so wrong, so true.
Oh, God. That's Eskiel? Yeah, maybe you're right.
Freaking.
What stage are you on stuff like this in video games? I think everyone will eventually reach the same point. As more of their games get this in it, it becomes more and more tiring. I've gamed fairly a fair amount, and so I got a lot of exposure, and I'm at the really fed up stage.
Hilarious to me.
I got that option.
I bet the new designs are
Yeah.
self-inserts of some kind of feminist who worked on the game. Wouldn't even shock me. Damn, I was looking forward to the remake. I guess there's no need to remake Gothic.
It's like they don't know anything.
Oh, why couldn't we have that?
It's also
I might actually play the game if there was that.
tiresome. Even the
out of principle.
OG Gothic women look better than the 2025 ones. There's something very wrong.
There is.
And I just
Absolutely there is.
have a bad feeling that this is only the start of the issues with this title. So I'll be keeping a close...
Yes, because if you have this, it means you have activists. If you have activists, it means you had DEI hires, you have people that weren't hired for the competency. And it also means that true creative, people that are passionate about their work, a lot of them will leave because they get depressed by, yeah, like if I was working on a game and they did this, I would start looking for another job.
Eye on it and on the forums to see if they are indeed censoring people. Wouldn't even surprise me. But if you had any hope for this, maybe temper your expectations. But that's all that I really had.
I think, again, if you see this in a video game, the odds are it's going to be garbage.
Yes. And I've reached a point where I don't even want to confirm it.
Like, I view this with any time that I see a gender swap or a race swap with a character, my expectations for the story instantly go into the garbage. Like,
it's funny. It took Asmongold like 2 years to reach this point. 2 years after I had already reached that point. I've been there for a long time.
If there's a remake and they've remade it and they've race swapped characters or changed their appearance or anything like that, you should start from the position that it's going to be bad.
Yep.
That's it. It's pattern. Yeah,
I adopted that logic like 4 years ago now.
Pattern recognition.
To discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.
I think that the funniest thing about this is that whenever games come out that do this, they massively underperform and they usually fail. Because also video games, this is another thing I have to, give the video a like. I'm very glad to see this. I'm very, very glad to see this. And I think what needs to happen is more people need to put the pressure on these companies to not do it. And also...
Well, I'm doing my small part by making a video on YouTube about it. Like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and come watch me on Twitch.